Mr. S.S. Balaji, welcome to FOMRA's questionnaire on why should we vote. Most of FOMRA's members are in gated communities, high-rise buildings. Most of us don't understand what this Panchayat, Union Panchayat, District Panchayat, so many terms and terminologies. It's difficult enough for us to understand what an MLA does and what an MP does. We did educate a lot of people about the differences between what an MP and an MLA does. So we are looking to you as our MLA of south part of OMR, which is now going in for Panchayat polls, to educate us on what exactly can we expect, who should we vote for, what kind of a person should we look for, and why are these elections important to us?
Thank you, Harsha, and I also take this opportunity to thank you all, because I had met you all in an earlier meeting before the elections, and it was really helpful in one way that I could convey what I am up to, and I had given you the details of how I'll be serving. So that way I take this opportunity to congratulate Harsha and to thank everyone else in this group. The governance as such is a three-tier structure. You have the union government, you have the state government, and next comes the local body. Though by the hierarchy system, it may be the tertiary part, it is actually the primary governance part, or it is the delivery head. Some of you would have seen a video which I had made, in which I had compared the system with the water distribution system. Even any project scheme or say funds are being allotted by the government, an MP or an MLA can accordingly get the funds to his constituency. Though we can get the funds to the constituency and we can bring the schemes and projects, the delivery end or the beneficiaries who will be identified by these local bodies. Again, coming to the local body system, according to the Panchayat Raj, which was implemented or enacted in 1980, you have a three-tier system in the rural areas. In the metro areas, you have a single two-tier system wherein you have the councillors, then you have the mayor, or if it is going to be a municipality, you have the municipal chairman and the councillors. Here it is a three-tier system. The basic tier is the Urachi, we call in Tamil, or the Panchayat. That is the basic structure, the Panchayat. Then comes the Union Council. All Panchayats come under or fall under an union. Say, for example, we have Navlur. Navlur is a Panchayat. Tadambur is a Panchayat. Padur is a Panchayat. Kelambakam is a Panchayat. Mambakam is a Panchayat. So these are the basic units, Panchayats. These Panchayats will fall under a council, a union. The union is what we call as Ondriyam, or you can say, you will better know it as a block development office. The block development office, BDO, the BDO office is equivalent, or it is the parallel for the governing authority, the union. So you have a union which will be headed by the chairman. The union chairman will be indirectly elected by union councillors. So the basic thing is the Panchayat, then comes the union council, and next is the district council. All these unions will fall under a single district. Say it is now Chengalpattu. So what we have to do is we have to elect the representatives for the village Panchayats, then the unions, then the district. So these three units, though it is three units, you will have to vote for 4 people. The basic structure, Panchayat will be having 2 votes. Because in Panchayats, the president is elected directly. So Panchayat president, you will elect directly. And for your ward will be, some places it is, you will have a strength of more than, nearly 1,000. In some places, it will be mere 100 or something like that. Here in our place, we have quite a bit of, the strength is a bit high for the ward members. So the first is the ward member. Next is the Panchayat president. Next is the union councillor, because the union chairman will be elected by union councillors. The union councillor will represent 5,000 odd people. Every 5,000 and odd will be an union. It will not be precisely 5,000. It will be something around 5,000. And the district is, for every 50,000 people, we have a district councillor. In some cases, one union councillor will two or three panchayats will fall under a union councillor. In other cases, it may be vice versa also. I'll give you then an example. Say, for example, this Navalur Panchayat and Tadambur Panchayat. Both these Panchayat people will be voting for one union councillor. Whereas, if you take the instance of Tayyur has two union councillors. So, the entire Tayyur Panchayat people, one side of the Tayyur will be voting for a union councillor, then the other part will be voting for a union councillor. So, this is the thing. So, the first thing is you will have to vote for a ward member. Next is the village president. Next is the union councillor. Next is the district councillor. The makers or those who had brought this Panchayat system are very wise and knowledgeable. That what they did was, since it is a thing which is concerned with the primarily concerned with the people directly, the political structure might affect the basic structure of the governance. So what they thought was, for the ward members and the village presidents, no political party symbol is there. It means there will be no political party participating directly in it. Though a member contesting for a ward member or a Panchayat president, he may belong to a party, but he cannot stand in his party symbol, or no political party symbol is allowed in this two posts. That is the village president and the ward member. For the 5,000 district council, union councillor and the 50,000 district councillor, political participation is allowed, and you will have political party symbols in that. So this is the structure. I hope this will suffice your question.
This is very clear. So we know that there is a Panchayat level, there's a Panchayat union level, and district Panchayat level. So they're the basic three levels. At the Panchayat level, we have both a president and a member who we have to elect. And if I'm not wrong, the Panchayat president ballot sheet will be in white color.
Yes.
And the village.
No. Sorry. Panchayat president is pink color.
Okay. President is pink color and member is white color.
Right.
So when it comes to your local Panchayat level, it will be pink and white. One is for the president and one is for the member. And for the Panchayat union, it will be in green color. And when it comes to yellow color, it will be for the district. So this is basically, you will get four ballot sheets that you have to use to cast your vote. It's very much different from what we have done for both the Lok Sabha and the Assembly constituencies, where we did electronic machines.
But this was the way earlier it was.
Absolutely. But it has been so many years that we have had these local body elections that I think we've all forgotten. I think at least 10 years since we had these local body elections.
It is almost 7 years, but I would like to recollect. Earlier it was more than Tamil Nadu had not seen the Panchayat elections for more than 15 to 16 years. Only after the implementation of Panchayat Raj, because the Panchayat Raj says that if the local body elections are not done in due time, we will not get the funds which are coming from the union government. And you would have seen in the newspapers during the last regime, there were very often we could see news that the central government, the union government hasn't released the funds for local panchayats because the elections are not being held. So that way it is more than 7 years. And one way it is also very true, or it is very important that you have a local body representative, because he will be the person who can reach you very early. If something is going to happen, he will be the first person. And one more thing, we need to understand that this Panchayat president is very vital. And again, the makers of the law have understood the situation. No one else other than the Panchayat president, who is an ex officio, has the power to issue checks or sign in a check, government check. Only the village president has it. Even the president of India doesn't have that power. Even if he's going to get a salary, it will be paid, but someone is going to issue the check for him. But whereas the village president, because the idea behind this, or the real reason for this is, if there is going to happen something in the village panchayat, and immediately the fund is going to be required, if you don't give the power to the village president, the village president has to write it up to the union council. Then it will be taken to the district council. Then it will go to the government. or the department. So the time factor is very important because certain issues has to be attended very early for the people. So that way the check drawing power is given to the village president.
So that explains why these are really crucial and powerful posts, because I think the Panchayat level is your first stop. When you have a problem, that's the first stop. If it doesn't get solved, then you escalate it further, and only then we will come and see you. And all these years, we have been looking to our MLAs or our MPs to solve our problems because we have not had these local body elections and we have not had these local representatives for quite some time. But as a person who has been in the political field and as a member of a political party, are you fielding? Is your party fielding candidates in this election?
Yeah, of course we are fielding. As I told you, though there are not individual political party symbols in the ward member and the village president, we have people who are with our party and we are alliance. The same alliance in which I had contested in the assembly elections, the DMK, VCK, MDMK, CPI, CPM, IUML, this same alliance is continuing for the local body elections. And we have the DMK alliance, we have fielded candidates. We are contesting in 2 union councillors and a few village presidents. And the rest is being contested by DMK and 1 or 2 is contested by MDMK and Congress. We are fielding candidates. And for example, the most of the community living falls under Tadambur, say, what is it, Navalur, Tayyur, yeah. Mambakam, Pudupakam, yeah. Everywhere you're fielding. And all these places, because in this particular part, there is no other candidate except the DMK in our alliance. So for the district councillor and the union councillor, wherever the people may be, they'll have the option of voting to us in the Uday Suryan symbol, the rising sun, for the union councillor and the district councillor. As far as the village presidents are considered, Navalur, we have fielded. In another one more important thing in the local body elections is you have 50% reservation for women. So you will find many women candidates. For example, all our area falls under one district council. The candidate for the district council is one Gayatri Anbuchedian. And incidentally, Gayatri's father-in-law was 3-time MLA to Triporur in sometime around the 80s and 90s. And truly, he was very instrumental in bringing many changes to this constituency. And people still remember him. People, I mean, those who have been living for decades or living for generations still remember him. His daughter-in-law is being fielded as the district councillor for the 50,000 representation. She is contesting in the Uday Suryan or rising sun symbol. And Navalur and Tadambur, one gentleman, Jai Ganesh, is being fielded. His symbol is also Uday Suryan. And for Navalur, as I told you, Mahalakshmi, who is the wife of Raja Ram, he is a DMK activist. His wife is being fielded, and her symbol is auto. She is being fielded in auto symbol. Similarly, in Tadambur, you have Karunagaran. Karunagaran is being fielded in Tadambur. And just have to check because these symbols are many symbols. No? I'm not sure. I think, yeah, his symbol is hand roller, the roller which you see in the cricket pitches to make the turf. So these are their symbols. And I'll try to post a list of candidates whom we support and who fall under our alliance and just post it in the group, in our residents group.
Thank you. I mean, it's very difficult for us to keep track of so many symbols. It would have been convenient if it was, but I understand the logic behind it. So there is a reason for keeping the panchayats out of the political party arena. We understand that. And it would be helpful for us to know people that you would be guiding, people that you know, because we see the work that you are doing. I hope that people who you have fielded will work half as efficiently as you, then we will have a much better place to live in. Of course, our main problems are water and sewage and solid waste management and all those things. You are much aware of all these things. I hope that the new leaders, the councillors and the ward members will also take up these issues, represent it and find solutions for this. On behalf of FOMRA, we thank you all this. But before I leave you, there is one point I want to know. When will the GCC elections happen? Because that covers most of the city and most part of OMR, which is more densely populated than these areas.
I also want to make a point. See, when you vote for the MP elections or the MLA elections, it entirely depends upon the ideology which you have, or some political party or some political leader you may have some affinity. That's the way we vote, and it's not wrong, or your choice has to be made that way. So the direction of the government will be decided when you vote for an MP or when you vote for an MLA. But this election, this local body election, I'm not influencing, or I'm not trying to make a point that you need to vote for our alliance candidates, but you will have to understand the practical thing and the reality. The reality is government may bring in many schemes and policies or projects, and we will be bringing it to the constituency. But the person who is going to implement, or the person who will be very decisive and whose decision matters the most, is these Panchayat people, the union councillors, district councillors, and the Panchayat president and ward member. So if there is going to be if these people are not compatible with the already elected people, say the MLA, say the MP, probably some people like me may come out and somehow manage things, but it will not be so easy. So my point is, please don't apply your mind in with your ideologies, with your political affinity, with your political leader following or something like that. But please, because why I'm just sending this message is, all of us living in these communities have a very common problem. We may be different in many ways. We may be different in our profession. We may be different in our culture. We may be different in our origin of birth, something like that. But all of us, we have a common problem. When the common problem has to be solved, you need a common set of people who can make it. So if that is not going to happen, then again we'll have to sit for another certain period until things set right. So that way, it would be wise for you to make a choice wherever you are, and to whomever you are going to vote. You'll have to think that these people who are going to be elected will be a part and parcel of the present running government. And one more thing is, I'm not batting with the political intention, but the present chief minister has a very good will. Particularly, he is very taking into consideration of all segment of the people, and they are very ready to address the issues like, as he said, solid waste management, liquid waste management, and the environment concern and all. They are very ready to act. So that way, the government is very proactive, and I hope you will agree and accept that people like me will be coming forward to do certain things. And so when these things has to be taken forward, we definitely need some people who, even the people who are going to be elected, some people might not have enough of knowledge in some arena. It may be vice versa also. They may better know certain areas. As you said, see, if I'm going to carry out a certain thing as an MLA, now without these local body people, what is happening is, we are conveying it to the officials. The officials only have their duty, responsibility, or duty liability. They don't have any conviction or commitment to the people. This is not a blame, but this is the reality. So what they do is they just do like that. If you are going to ask for something and I need a place to be selected in the particular Panchayat, the official will not go to the extent as a village president will be going. So that way, my humble request, and it is also a selfish request, because I want to take forward certain things for the benefit of us. Us, I mean all segment of the people in the constituency. So to take forward that and to make it happen, it would be good that people who are being fielded in the ruling DMK alliance are being elected. So that way, this is my one request. And as you had been asking for the GCC elections, these elections itself have been announced very soon. So the government is planning to next, either they'll be having the municipalities election, or they may have the municipality election along with the GCC election. But to the best of my knowledge, that will happen by April next year. This is what I understand. Rather than, because I'm not the authority to declare, or I'm not, I don't have access to such information. But the way the government is moving on, definitely you'll have the elections by April next year, provided we don't have any other shock with regard to this COVID.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Balaji, for clarifying these doubts and helping us understand why we should vote. And I do acknowledge the fact that voting for a local person who you know, who you've seen, who does business around, or who lives in your area makes a lot of sense, because he understands your problems and he knows what the situation is, compared to an official or a bureaucrat who may be moving from place to place and department to department. So the final say is, look for a good man. Don't look at the political parties, but look at somebody with an ideology that will sync with the existing elected leadership and who can work with that to provide for a better living for all of us. Thank you so much, Balaji. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.